Oneofus.net with director Jon M Chu, fresh off the set of Now You See Me Too. Well, I didn't even think about that rhymed.
That's my last name is the best because it rhymes with almost anything.
You
can put it almost in any song.
Are you exclusively going to pick movies now that rhyme with your name?
Yes, exactly.
You should, totally. Well, I was really excited to see that the sequel was happening to Now You See Me.
Oh, nice.
Louis Leterrier made the first one.
Yes.
I was like, this is so much fun. It's like almost, well, first off, I mean, I was a magic geek as a kid.
Nice.
You know, I mean, I think
do you know anything?
Well, let's see.
Oh my, he brought the gear. All magicians have their stuff with them. That's how you know he's a true magician.
All right, pick a card, any card.
All right.
All right, I'm not looking. Shit, I forgot not to look.
You don't look. All right. I'm gonna go with a different one.
I'm not looking. I should have done it the other way, right?
Okay.
All right.
These are kind of see-through cards, but we'll ignore that fact.
All right. So, is this your card?
No.
Damn, I did this totally wrong again. Mike, I told you. I'm sorry.
Sorry, sir.
Let's try this one. All right,
Wait,
you ready? Pick a card, any card.
Okay.
And It's this card, right? No, it's that card.
It's this card.
I did it!
Wow.
I am no good
You're
at
right,
it.
you're right.
I'm totally awful at it, I'm sorry.
So this is all a ruse.
I had one card to play and I messed it
He's
up.
the Joker.
Do you have any experience? I like it. Do you have any experience with magic on your own?
I mean, I grew up trying to do magic. My brother's really into magic, and of course, it was like at a certain point in your younger years, as a video nerd, David Blaine had just come out and all this stuff. Copperfield was someone I totally looked up to as a storyteller, and but I was never very good.
I think that was me too. You're like trying to do all these tricks, and you're just like, I can't get the sleight of hand part. You're like going that whole thing where you gotta.
My fingers are like too fat for that.
Yeah, I think I had the
mouse
same
and
problem.
keyboard I can do.
But we still admired it, and you want to believe it's real.
I mean, storytelling. Ultimately,
Yeah.
our movie, even though it's about magicians, it's about storytellers and how they divert your eye and your perspective in different ways. And I think that was a fun part.
And I think one of the things you really followed up on the sequel that I love is getting into the idea that there's this sort of secret society underneath everything we know. Like this magician world that may or may not even have supernatural aspects to it.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, it seems only appropriate you have Harry Potter in the movie.
Why not?
Do that.
Exactly.
Even though he's the baddie.
That was really fun. I mean, we wrote that part not knowing if he would be available or if he didn't want to do it, and he came in and he owned that because he's actually really good at magic, like not just like wizardry magic, but like actual card tricks and things he's really good at. He would be on, and we didn't know if Walter, his character, would be really good at magic and have sort of mastered it and gone over it, or was really bad at it and sort of rejecting magic and turned to science. But as soon as we started shooting and we started doing, he was tossing, catching it back and forth. That's really good. We shot most of it like that for the opening introduction of him. And then the last one, he's like, let me just try it bad. And he missed it, and he turned around and it's like, ta-da! And the whole crew was laughing, and our cast couldn't help but laugh. And we were like, that's it.
It's
That's
just
him.
too perfect.
Yes.
You knew you had your guy.
I had to go that way.
Now, you actually got, for this one, some big-name magicians to come in and help you design the tricks. Was this sort of like, what degree to which the script to the magicians coming in and saying, yes, we could do that, or not do that?
Yeah.
What was the differential there? Was anything changed in the script because the magician, like
Absolutely.
David Copperfield, who worked on this, was he like, no, here's what we can do?
Sometimes that happened, and other times they were very integral in our script. Both David Copperfield, especially early on, and Keith Barry, who was our sort of on the ground magician. He was there almost every day, figuring things out with us. We had Blake and Andre, everyone had a different skill set, which was really cool. Helpful for me if they were doing some mentalism stuff, to turn to Keith. If we were doing some sleight of hand stuff, to turn to Blake. Cardistry to Andre, and we could really get in there. And the actors could really learn from the best of the best. Even how to present a trick, how to talk, things that I instinctually kind of know, but not physically could not tell someone how to do it. That's where the magicians came really handy. So it was an ever-evolving thing. And then also, like, certain things, we wanted to make sure that this movie had a lot of practical magic, because really we can do anything in a movie.
Of course.
But the idea that we felt these were physical things. So Lizzie gets her head chopped off at the beginning of this movie. any other movie we would have just done it CG.
I was going to say we would actually chop her head off.
In any other movie, no. So we created like 4 different couches. We R&D'd it. We had to teach Lizzie how to do it. We had to create like the wax mold to be the body, to do the thing, and then the camera, limited our camera movement. But it was worth it because I think whether the audience thinks we did it physically or thinks we did it CG, I think you instinctually, somewhere deep down, feel the physicality of it and believe it more. And that's what we really wanted to start off this movie with. And throughout, that was our philosophy.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think just the argument of like, you know, the Star Wars prequels versus the new one.
Yes.
With look how much they did in practical and how we responded to that.
Exactly.
Practical's always better if you can do it.
Exactly.
Obviously, that's not always
Exactly.
in question. And I'm sure there are moments here you're like, if we had $8 million extra dollars, we could do this practically,
Yes.
but we don't, so we're just going to CG.
And there's certain things like on the grandest scale, like what we made sure is everything is physically possible. Nothing is hocus pocus magic in this movie. Even the first movie teases hocus pocus magic. In this one, everything is a real physical thing that magicians, if they had the resources and money, could actually pull off.
If you were David Copperfield.
If you're David Copperfield, you could do. And then we would enhance that or make it even a little bit bigger or however, and then pull it off in as much practical ways as possible.
No, so much of magic is so about movement. You come from dance.
Yes.
Right? That's like your thing. That's your...
That was my thing, yeah. I'm a
I-
horrible dancer, by the way.
I tap danced for 7 years.
Oh, did-
I can't do a step.
I tap danced for 10 years and I can't really do a
Oh,
step.
damn, he's got me beat even on the tap dancing.
But it helps in the editing.
Yeah, shuffle, step.
Nice.
But you made one of my favorite dance movies ever, Step Up 3. which,
Nice.
by the way,
3D.
I have a picture of myself I posted on Facebook when they sent me the Blu-ray of going like...
That's what I like. That's
Just
what I like.
totally love that, where I'm like, hey, it's got a little Singing in the Rain, it's got a little
Yeah.
Xanadu, which
It
I'm
does.
embarrassed to admit I love. But.
Love it. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
So do you feel like your experience with you know, obviously being really into filming dance and musicals, that helped you with doing a magic type film?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all my movies feel pretty random, from Step Up to the Bieber documentary to G.I. Joe to this one, but yet they all have similar ideas of underdogs and a family coming together, and they all have an alien language, basically, like whether it's dance or pop music or action, in this case magic. They're all sort of structured in a very similar way of a musical. I grew up loving musicals and Michael Jackson videos and things like that, so for me, using things other than dialogue to help communicate where a character is going or how a group is coming together, I love that idea. And magic was just another form to explore and understand. I didn't know anything about street dance going into Step Up 2. I met these people, I hung out with these people, I learned what they were trying to say, the poetry of their movement. In a similar way, going into the magic, meeting these people, seeing why they do this and how they started, made me understand what they're trying to say, and then trying to incorporate that emotionally in our story, I think was a fun journey for me.
Now, just to finish up, I know you're going to be filming Now You See Me 3 as well. Is this...
If we're lucky.
Okay, so I thought that was already in
I mean, we're in mode,
pre-production.
we're like, we're working on ideas and things like
Okay.
that. We're working on the script. But you know, these things are always up to the audience. If the audience comes out and sees it and wants more, we'll be there for them. And if they don't, then that's that. I mean, there's nothing that we just move without knowing how it's going. But I think people will enjoy this movie, and whether you know everything about the first movie or nothing about this movie, I think you're going to have a great time with this one. You can bring the whole family. It's not a superhero movie,
No.
which I love, but it's a different, unique take on a heist genre.
That being said, you're willing to put your name in the hat for Doctor Strange 2.
Why not? I love number twos. Wait, that's weird.
Wait, it rhymes. Yeah, no, not that kind
Shoot
of
for
number
two. Why not? Why not?
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you talking
Appreciate
to
it.
me.
We'll work on this magic later.
Yeah, we will. We'll get that together. We'll fix it in post.